Art 2, we're going to work on our preliminary sketches today for our social issues project. And last week you were supposed to brainstorm some ideas for different social issues that you would like to make an art piece about and say something about. So I looked through your ideas and I gave you recommendations on which of your ideas sounded the strongest and kind of sounded like you were the most passionate about. So check your comments and go with the social issue that I recommended, or that you are most passionate about. That way our class has a myriad of different social issues. Something I did too is I made some recommendations because some of the same ideas kept popping up from student to student, so I kind of recommended some stuff too, just that we have variety of social issues. Okay. Now you're going to do this assignment though and come up with some preliminary sketches just to plan out your project. That's the first part of any art project. You have to start out with some sketches. So I'd like you to do those, and I'd like you to fill out some stuff in this Google Slide assignment. So first thing is I need to remember which social issue you wanted to work on. So please tell me which social issue you're focusing on and what you're going to be trying to say about that issue in your art. What's your message? So for example, mine is I'm focusing on microaggressions and how they are a form of, I want to show how they are a form of discrimination and disrespect. Microaggressions are a form of disrespect, discrimination, and actually also prejudice. Okay, so that's my idea. That's what I'm going to be working on trying to say and give a message about. And now your instructions. Now we're going to get into sketching. So you got to give me 3. My high school teacher asked for 10 sketches of everything. So 3, I think I'm going pretty easy on you. These need to they can be rough. They don't have to be crazy, detailed and shaded in or anything like that. These would be very simple, just so that I could see the composition, see your ideas, see your imagery, and make more recommendations to you and give you feedback. So you can give me 3 totally different sketches. Remember, you're just working on one social issue. You don't need to do 3 different sketches of 3 different social issues. You've chosen your social issue. Now you could do 3 totally different sketches just to work out your ideas. Or if you're really feeling good about one composition and you just want to do 3 sketches messing with that composition a little bit, you can do that. And I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to show you the sketches that I came up with. Which I will be, if I'm you, I'm going to have to take a picture and paste them into these little slides. But these are mine. So one microaggression that people don't realize they're doing is the eye roll. Okay. Sometimes during an argument or something, when you do an eye roll, it can actually be a major form of disrespect because you're not accepting another person's standpoint or perspective, and the eye roll can just kind of drive that idea home. So as you can see, I've done the eye roll sketch, and I'm messing around with those eyebrows. I think I really want to sneak in some words, and it says, whatever, bitch, sorry, not sorry. So that's my first idea. And then another idea I had about microaggressions, it's like a form of discrimination. It's the idea of somebody standing at the store having their purse around, and then somebody walks up behind them, and then they take their purse and move it over to their front because they don't necessarily trust the person behind them. And it's not an overt way of being disrespectful and discriminatory and prejudice, but it's a microaggressive way of doing it. It's a small, subtle way of doing it. And those things can absolutely hurt. So here's what I'm messing with composition here. So I really like this idea and focusing on this idea, but I'm not sure how to do it. So this is an example of how you can play with composition. So in this first one, I was pretty set on having a woman standing, you see the back of her, and then she has her hand going behind her back to pull her purse forward. But I'm glad I pushed myself to do a second sketch and mess with the composition, because I think it might make a little more sense to show that the person behind her is making her nervous, and that's why she's pulling the purse forward. So I'll mess with that. I don't know. I'll see. So finish your 3 sketches and take pictures of them and insert them into the slides as you're seeing. And that way I can give you some feedback, give you some ideas, tell you whether, it's reading well. And go ahead and use this little area to further explain yourself if your sketch might not make sense. So